Hello, boyos!
Hello, boyos.
This is Loner Gamecast, where we discuss the fact that everything is a video game.
All of them.
All of them, everything. This week, we're going to be talking about a lot about Sony and what the fuck they're doing. We're talking about Elon Musk as well, because he's a video game. And we're going to be talking about the big news that's coming up is E3 and all the bullshit that's going on with that. We got some little titties for you and other things. So stay tuned. My name is Nick. That is Jake over there. How are you doing, Jake?
I'm doing well. I just went in today. Oh, my computer's making noises. Just went in today and I got my braces tightened. Hurts a lot. I'm in a lot of pain. Sucks. It's excruciating. They filed down my teeth.
Nice.
It was crazy. But
so you're a vampire now.
Yeah. They're not making them flat. They're sharpening.
They're sharpening them like a cat.
How you been? How you been, sir?
You know, I've been all right. I just got my COVID vaccination.
My man.
Yeah, that's why this thing is running a little late on our Twitch channel, but you know, priorities. We gotta get our vaccinated before anything else. So we decided to delay the show a little bit.
Yep.
So that I could do that.
Yeah, that's way more important because now we can get together and I can suck on your fingertips. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just here. I mean, we could do that virtually. Okay. All right, let's get right into it. What have you been playing? What have you been playing, my man? Jake?
Well, I've been playing some stuff. So you came late today, so I figured I'll start the stream because we do this show live every Monday at 3:30. But I figure, I'll start the stream at 3 like normal. But I'll just play some video games until you get here. And one of the video games I played, and I got to play for about 2 hours, was Metal Gear Solid for the PS1.
Oh.
And
shit.
All I'll say is I'll probably never play it again.
Really?
Old game is old. Yeah, but I get it. I get it. I get why people loved it when it came out. It's super dated. I was an hour in and I haven't even gotten to like a save spot yet. I did fight.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I fought a boss and it was just like excruciating. Like I killed the boss, but it was just like, dude, the shooting's so bad. But it's like, it's old. It's an old disc game. It was on the PS1.
It's to be expected.
But like, yeah, it's rough. So, I'll probably play Metal Gear Solid 2 at some point, though.
I was gonna say, do you think you want to pick up the second one now that your experience is so good with? Oh, he picked it up. There it is. He did just that.
Yep. So yeah, I played that for a bit, about 2 hours, and I got my fill. I'll probably watch I'll watch a walkthrough, just so I get an understanding of what the story is. So I'm not going in completely blind. But also I've been playing that Pac-Man 99. I fucked around with that a little bit. It's fine. It's Pac-Man. I do have a question. I do have a question for you though. They did Pac-Man 99, Tetris 99, Mario 90 or 35.
Donkey Kong 64.
Because it was Mario's 35th anniversary. Yeah. Donkey Kong 64. I just got that. That's good. No, they did Mario 35 because it was his 35th anniversary, and that's why they did Mario 35.
I thought it was just because they could only do 35 players.
Well, it was 35th anniversary, and they did a bunch of stuff for Mario for his 35th anniversary. This is just a little sidetrack from what you've been playing for a second. A little side tangent. Zelda's 35th anniversary is coming up soon.
Do you know what day it is?
Well, it's just this year,
This year? Okay.
So like Mario had the whole year. They did all sorts of stuff. They did Mario 35. They did the Mario 3D All Stars. They did what else? They released like some random shoes and shit. They did this stuff with Animal Crossing, where they put all that Mario shit in there for his 35th or whatever. But this year is Zelda's 35th. So do you think we'll see a Zelda 35?
No.
Why not? I think it'd be so cool.
I don't think they like Zelda.
What do you mean?
I don't think Nintendo likes Zelda though. I just don't.
Let's say the president of Nintendo is Mario. The vice president is easily Zelda.
Donkey Kong.
No, dude, they don't give a shit about Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong gets shit on all the time. Who's got the best games?
Dude, you just Mario, but you just fucking
Zelda does.
You just fucking played Mario Rabbids World. Where was Zelda in that? Huh?
Yeah, we got Donkey Kong, but not Zelda. But like,
you got Mario Kart 8 didn't have Link.
Yes, it did.
In it until the DLC. The second DLC.
But also, we saw fucking Zelda stuff in Skyrim. And you're going to tell me they don't do stuff with Zelda?
I'm saying other people do stuff with Zelda, not Nintendo. Nintendo goes, let's just remake that one.
I think it's a good opportunity. I think it'd be cool.
They have
just
a poster board on the wall, and they're just like all of the names of all of the games, and somebody takes a dart and goes, I guess we're making another Zelda game.
I think it'd be cool though if we got Zelda 35. So, it's OG Zelda, right? And as you're playing through it, random things occur as players do things, and if you die, you're out. You know, OG Zelda. Like, I think it'd be cool as fuck.
I don't think that. I think it would be cool if everybody was in the same dungeon, and if you killed a monster, that monster would go into another person's dungeon.
You don't want to
something like that.
Yeah, you don't want to make it too complex though, because they don't want to like. If they could just put the original game in with just some like minor extra tweaks, with like they did with Mario 35 or Pac-Man. It's like it didn't take that much coding to make that, I'm sure.
Right. Other than, the multiplayer aspect of it.
Well, servers and all that bullshit. Yeah, but I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
I don't think they're gonna do anything for Zelda. I think we're gonna get the whole year Zelda's 35th anniversary is just gonna go by with a whisper. They'll probably say something about it on E3. This year they're probably gonna be like, and for Zelda's 35th anniversary, here's a trailer for Breath of the Wild 2.
But like, imagine they do like a Zelda Direct, and it's Zelda 35, that new remake, whatever that game is,
Skyward
Sword, Breath of the Wild 2 trailer. They show off some like Zelda kicks that they're gonna sell, and then also a ground up remake of Ocarina of Time. Thank you. I rest my case.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think that's gonna happen either. That would be fucking crazy.
Nintendo not doing shit. I think we'll hear about Zelda at E3, and that's it. It'll be, that'll be it. It'll be the one thing, and they'll be like, yes, we're working on it. Here's the trailer. No release date.
One last thing I've been playing, and then we'll get to what you've been playing.
Okay.
I did start up Mario 3D World. I haven't started Bowser's Fury yet. I want to play through Mario 3D World first. I got through a few worlds. I think there's 12 total. I think I'm on like world 4 now. And I like it. It's okay. My biggest issue with it is I have a real hard time with the perspective of it. Like, because it's like 3D but like,
also still 2D,
like isometric view. I feel like I'm like closer to the screen than I am sometimes, and like farther. I'll like miss the blocks if I'm trying to jump on someone. It's like I'm way behind them, and like you know what I mean. Like I just have a hard time with the perspective in that game.
I had that problem with Little Big Planet. All of Little Big Planet stuff. It's just like you had the lanes. It's like, I don't know where the fuck I am. Or Castle Crashers back in the day. You have a 2D animated guy and you move forward and backwards, but you don't really know where the enemy is, so you'll just slash at nothing until you're like, I'm an idiot, and then you move. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you're not liking it. You don't enjoy being that.
I like it because I like that stuff and I like the gameplay of it, and I like the Toad stuff, where you have to do the little Toad adventure things. Those are fun. But like, it's just the perspective mainly, where it's just like I feel like I'm missing things. So for that, it's docked down a peg. It would be an 8 out of 10, but I'm giving it a 7 out of 10, even though I haven't beaten it yet.
I just looked at my camera and I'm super yellow.
Well, you're flashing from yellow to clear.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hold on, that's weird.
It's been happening this whole time. I don't know what's going on.
I didn't even. Oh. Wax on. Wax on. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh god, that's so weird. Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah. What you been playing?
That's it. I've been playing a couple of things. Nothing interesting. Rocket League Season 3, Monster Hunter Rise, Season 1. Rise is good, Rocket League's good, and for some fucking reason, we played Killing Floor 2.
I had a lot of fun.
Killing Floor 2. Well, no, I'm not. Let me get to it. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
We re-downloaded Killing Floor 2. Somebody's like, "Hey, you want to play Killing Floor 2?" And I'm like, "Fuck it, I'll play Killing Floor 2." And everybody else is like, "Fuck it, we'll play Killing Floor 2." So we're playing Killing Floor 2 now, and man, that game's old, but it still fucking holds up. You talk about Metal Gear Solid, and it's like, yeah, that game is old, but it doesn't hold up. This game is the last time I played it was 4 years ago, and it still does all right.
Well, Metal Gear Solid is like 20 years old.
Yeah, but okay. But I'm just saying, there's some games that I just can't go back to even.
Yeah.
Like Assassin's Creed is hard to go back to.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I do feel like online games always have a benefit of you playing with your homies, and like that brings a level of enjoyment that like a single player game doesn't, like you have to just enjoy the game on its own merits when you're playing like an Assassin's Creed or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean. But no, I'm having a good time with Killing Floor 2.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited to go back to it, honestly.
I really hate the menus. Going through the menus, I was sitting there collecting my dosh for like an hour and a half because it's like 4 years of shit that I've missed out on, and it's just like, here's an animation over and over again, and you cannot skip it. And you can't leave. The only way to stop it is to exit, then close the program. And it was like, oh, they need to change this. It's kind of ridiculous, but events are still going on and they're still releasing content for it. I don't know how the fuck they're doing that.
Yeah, people just play that game. I don't know, man.
And we were doing like a 4, right? We were doing a really short wave survival, and people got on. Like we had a full lobby by the end of it. It's like, holy shit, people still fucking play this game. It's very, very strange.
Yeah, I've enjoyed my time with it.
Yeah. We'll probably be playing that even more.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Just kind of holding out until other shit comes out. Like I'm waiting for Nier Replicant and also Returnal.
Both next week, I think.
No, Replicant is next week. Returnal is the week after.
Okay.
So get your PlayStation, dude. That's all you can.
Tell me about it.
Fucking luck. All right, and that brings us to the segment we like to call Titties. Little tidbits of information. Not a whole lot going on, just some interesting shit. First titty is Outriders launch was a fucking mess, and people are pissed, and people are losing a whole bunch of progress and whatnot. Yeah, that game looks poop.
Yeah, it's brought up some like interesting, I say interesting too much. It's brought up some dialogue that it seems to happen every time a big online only game comes out, where people almost defend it, where it's like, you should expect that, like you should expect that the servers are a mess, and it's like, dude, I paid $60 for this game, and it doesn't work, and I can't play it. Maybe I took the day off of work to play this game with my homies or whatever, and I couldn't play it. And it's like, so like, I think it's totally justified that people are pissed off that their game doesn't work, because that's been like the main issue with it. I have other issues with it as far as like, is it a good game or not? But like, beyond that, just like the servers constantly kept dropping. No one was able to get into games. Constantly the Outriders dudes were tweeting, and they're like, games back up, and then it would crash immediately. And it's like, dude, this is why you do server stress tests. This is why you do like big betas. I know they did the demo, but like, if you're gonna have a big online release like this, you gotta do more than that, I think.
Who published this? Like, who is good
question.
Who made this game even? I don't even know who made this game.
Square
Enix. That kind of explains it. They're real bad at doing games right now. They recently released Balan Wonderworld. Ouch.
Wow, and they're having tons of inventory wipes, and man, it's been an absolute clusterfuck. I do feel for the devs, because I'm sure this isn't what they wanted. It's not like they wanted it to be like this. It just,
they did.
You gotta take more precautions, man. And it's like, no one wants their game to be bad, but if it is bad, you don't get sympathy from me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. Like Cyberpunk is the same shit. It's all the hype, coming out of it, and then the game just doesn't live up to the hype. It just falls flat, and people are like, well, that was a huge disappointment. This is why we never pre-order games.
Yep.
Never pre-order games.
Why you don't buy games on launch.
Yes. No. Fucking come here for the open critic shit, and I'll let you know which games to fucking buy that week. Because it's been rough out there recently. Next up on our titties is Pac-Man 99 is out for Switch, so if you don't have it, go get it. I haven't played it. Jake's played it. We were talking about it. Deathloop delayed until September 14th of May. Delayed until September 14th. Originally slated to release May 21st. That game was almost fucking out.
Yeah.
It was a month away, and they're like, we need a lot more time. And they pushed it back. That makes me nervous for that game.
I think, and I know, and we touched on it last week because we talked about Lego Star Wars and about how that got delayed. And I was like, prepare your butts, because we're going to see a lot more of these. We're going to see a lot more of these delays. And I think this is just another one of those where I think the game is like essentially, I think, done. For the most part, like what it is and how it plays.
Yeah.
I think they have to work out all the kinks and stuff. And I think the fact that COVID's here, they just haven't been able to fully iron out those kinks, And if they need these few months to do it, I'm down for it. That is a huge delay, but like, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
All of the people who are like, I feel like the hype train in video games is just dead.
Mm-hmm.
There is no reason to get on the hype train, because as soon as you're on the hype train and you're like, oh damn, this game's coming out. It's coming out next month. Oh my god, it's coming out. I can't wait. I'm gonna block this out of work. I'm gonna do this. You can't fucking do that, because
you never know.
It's like, you never know. Like, oh, it's 2 days before release. We're pushing it back.
Yep.
It's like, great, cool. now what am I gonna do? I planned to like in your head mentally, you're like, this is what I'm gonna do this week, you know. But now it's like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Could you imagine if they did that with a movie, where it's like this movie comes out next weekend? They're
Right.
like, actually, it's coming out in 6 months. It's like,
Yeah. What?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
movies do get delayed all the time, but
they're smart about it.
yeah,
They don't give out a release date and then go, it's gonna be later.
they
It's
do
gonna
that.
be much later.
I mean, Uncharted is a great example of that.
They didn't give a release date.
Yeah, they did. That movie
What?
was supposed to come out like in February, like of this year, and now it's coming out of February next year. So yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. It sucks. Video games are dying and people are shitty.
I don't think this game is gonna be like bad though. I think the fact that they're taking time is necessary, because you have to remember they now officially have unlimited funds, an endless supply of money because
it's Bethesda.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's Microsoft now. So like
You think that had a big effect on it? They're like, well, we're kind of running out of money, so let's just push the game out because we can't afford to work on it anymore. And Microsoft's like, yeah, we'll help you out. And they're like, oh shit, okay, well, let's fucking fix this shit.
I don't know. I do think it's COVID that like they're like, we need more time, and Microsoft is like, yeah, you guys need more time. That's fine.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah, it sucks. COVID sucks.
yeah,
Get vaccinated, people.
Video
A
games.
couple of new things. On that's not on the list that we have. Another titty is Super Seducer. On the Nintendo Switch has been canceled. That creepy game where you
Never
don't know
heard
what
of
that is.
it. No.
Damn. So it's like a dating sim, and this really creepy guy who has a lot of women friends, I guess, or paid a lot of actresses to be in his game. Like, he'll be like, what do you do in this situation? A girl walks up and goes, hey, can I have that drink? What do you do to like start a conversation? And it gives you 4 options.
Oh, it's
and
like
you
a
click
choose
on
your
one
own adventure thing.
It's like a choose your own adventure. And this creepy guy just does every single thing in real life. Like it's full acted out. And it's super creepy. Even the right answers, you're like, ugh, gross. Yeah, they got canceled. I can't believe you've never heard of it.
No.
Also, Hot Wheels Unleashed has a trailer that came out. I don't know if you've fucking seen this. There's a new Hot Wheels game that's coming out.
I did.
And honestly, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
If they could add some form of like battle mechanics, like pick up boosts or pick up,
Make it like
rockets
Revolt
or whatnot. Yeah, make it a little interesting, or have like the paths cross a lot so that you can smash into somebody and fall to the ground.
You remember Revolt? That
I
old
don't.
game? Oh man,
I don't.
It's this classic game where you play as like RC cars, and like, oh dude, it's a classic game, and this game kind of looks like that. So I don't know, pretty excited.
It looks cool. I'm
probably be bad, but
it's probably gonna be bad. Yeah, but it looks cool for now. It looks fast. There was an event today. Not today. There was an event last week, and it was Age of Empires fan preview, where they showed off Age of Empires 4, and there was a long ass gameplay trailer for it, and all I can say is it looks like Age of Empires.
Yeah, did you watch the event?
I didn't watch the event. I watched the trailer.
Okay, I watched the whole event, and it's so interesting that. See, I say interesting too much.
I was just about to say that, but yeah.
God damn it. Well, isn't that interesting? Anyway.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's cool that they're still supporting Age of Empires 1 through 3 with DLC,
Right.
even though this one's coming out, because they acknowledge that each game is different enough and has its own little mini community. And they know, even with 4 coming out, that people are still going to probably like prefer 2 or 3, whatever. Everyone has their favorites, right? Like our friend McRae, he really likes Age of
2.
Empires 2, where we kind of
Right.
prefer 3.
Right.
So like, yeah, some people like those. The thing I noticed about 4 was, well, what I didn't notice was I feel like they didn't show what I wanted them to show, you know, which is like, I don't know. I wanted to. What are the walls like? How do the walls work? That's what I want to know, really.
Fuck the walls.
I want to know. Can you limit the walls? Because the walls are really a shit show in those games. 3 kind of handles it by limiting your resources by a lot compared to 2.
Right.
But yeah, how do the walls work? It was cool to see though that you can like actually station dudes on your walls.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. So that's super fucking cool. But
what's weird?
But it
I'm
does
reading an
looks like Age
article
of
right
Empires.
now. Reading an article right now that says Age of Empires 4 will have 4 new campaigns and 8 playable civilizations at launch. Only 8. That does not seem like a lot to me at all.
Yeah. But if they're like really flushed out, more so than the other games,
I guess, but I like playing Japan or the Dutch and just have infinite banks.
Yeah.
What if my favorite civilization's not in there? I'm gonna be upset.
But do you think they'll have? I'm sure some of those will be like branching. It's like
that might be interesting. Like they start out as like continents. It's like
sort of
you
like
choose what country you're going to be.
I think it's already in Age of Empires, right? Where like, or am I thinking of Civ?
Well, there's in Age of Empires, the closest thing to like what I think you're describing is like revolting. When we say you're like Great Britain, you're playing as Great Britain, and you reach age 5, then you can revolt, and you can become like the United States.
I'm thinking of
Mexico.
Civ, where it's like you start as whatever, and then it's like, do you want to go the American route, or do you want to keep doing the Britain route, or whatever?
It could be. It could take from Civ. That would be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I was also hoping that they would go further in time, like more modern stuff. They're not doing that. At least from what I could tell from the game, it doesn't look like they're going super modern. Like
I think that would be cool. Like you get tanks, then you get like assault rifle guys,
There is a game like that, which is called what was that game called? That game that my dad played all the time. Fuck. Do you remember that? You used to come to my house and we played it a couple times.
Yeah. I don't remember it.
Empire's Dawn of the Modern World or something like that.
That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah. Where that game started like way back and then it went all the way. I love that game. That game was sick.
Remake that one.
Yeah, remake that one.
Yeah, Age of Empires, cool. I will definitely
comes out fall, by the way.
Especially if it's on Xbox Game Pass, I'll probably pick Game Pass up for that month and then just slam that and then never play it again, honestly, because we don't play it a whole lot.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, you guys want to get together and play Age of Empires? Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking that the other day. It's like, man, it'd be fun to play some Age of Empires 2 or whatever.
I really want to do Stellaris because
we got to do that again.
It's really, I want to learn that game, but I feel like every time we start playing it, I have to relearn it, and then I don't get it. I don't get it fully, and then I have to just keep relearning it. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the news for the week. I don't have my kalimba here.
I don't even have my base here.
Fuck. I have this bag of chips.
It's the news.
Elon Musk's brain chip company. I didn't realize he had a brain chip company.
Yeah.
His brain chip company Neuralink released a video of a monkey playing video games with its mind. This comes from Business Insider. I don't know who wrote it. Fuck you, Jake. Neuralink, a company founded by Musk that is developing artificial intelligence-powered microchips to go into people's brains, released a video Thursday appearing to show a macaque using the tech to play video games, including Pong. Neuralink says the monkey named Pager had a chip implanted in his brain 6 weeks ago. In this video, he was given a joystick that was hooked up to a video game in which he moves a cursor to a colored square. When he successfully moves the cursor, he's given some banana smoothie through a tube. I didn't even read that. That's kind of cute. While Pager uses the joystick, the Neuralink chip records his brain activity and sends it back to the computer for analysis of what his brain does when he moves his hand. The joystick is then unplugged from the machine, but the monkey continues to control the game with brain signals being relayed by the Neuralink chips. Fucking crazy, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's pretty crazy. What? Okay. What's up?
They trained a monkey
Right.
to move a joystick up and down.
Right.
And then they measured the brain waves for what he does when he moves it up and down.
Right.
They unplugged it, and
Right.
guess what? The brainwaves stayed the same when the thing was unplugged.
That's not the crazy part. The
God.
crazy part is like the thing actually works to a very basic control. It's like up, down, left, right. You know? He's playing fucking Pong. He's not playing Age of Empires 3.
Yeah, it just runs off of the brainwaves or whatever, like how the brain responds. Like, I mean, it's cool.
That learns and then
it's cool or whatever, but like I am not like overly impressed by this.
No, I mean it's early stage of whatever.
Elon Musk is.
Wow. All right, just throwing this one off to the side, I guess. All right.
No, I'm telling you my thoughts, bitch.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's a non-story. No one wants a fucking chip in their brain. Like, like it's just. What's the point?
I don't know. There's got to be implications somewhere.
Yeah. I don't know what the implications are. Like, to me, this is a nothing thing. This is another one of Elon Musk's stupid adventures, just like the fucking Hyperloop or whatever. Like, nothing is going to come of it. He's going to spend billions of dollars on this stuff, and I don't know.
It could be, but Google does the same bullshit. Google had Google Glass, you know.
But Google Glass made more sense than this.
You think so?
They didn't put it on a fucking monkey. They're just like,
oh, so that's where that's your issue is that it's a monkey.
Well, like, who cares? It's not like I feel like this article is claiming like, oh, they taught a monkey how to play video games. It's like, no. And,
no, just all right. I was waiting for an explanation, but just no.
No.
Okay.
And the chip responded to the monkey moving the paddle up and down.
I think what
through brain waves.
I think what the story is saying.
We could measure that already. Maybe not with a chip, but if he was in an MRI or whatever, we could have measured that already.
Yeah, we could have, but then you have to bring an MRI around.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh yeah, that's my MRI so that I can use my brain to control this computer over here. No, it's like we just inject something in your
we just fucking
cortex.
put it a thing inside of your brain.
Yeah.
Like, that's way more like intense than MRI.
Dude, it's fucking cyberpunk.
Imagine when this. Yeah, I did hear about that. Atmosphere is in the chat that they're supposed to help with seizures and neuro issues. I have heard about that, and that is cool. If that's what they end up doing, great, because it's supposed to like, yeah, it's supposed to send a signal or whatever to your brain, and if you're having a seizure or whatever, and help with that. That's great. I love that. That's not what this is though. This is like, look at
the opposite.
Yeah.
This is the opposite. It's not a computer sending signals to your brain. It's you sending signals to a computer.
Right. Yeah.
Which is way scarier the other way, because if a computer is able to send signals to your brain, you could potentially get hacked, and then you'll just fucking have a seizure.
But
or something,
also, like Elon Musk has been talking about this seizures and neuro issues stuff for years with this company Neuralink. I remember him talking about this years ago, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there." And he did the same thing with the Hyperloop, where it's like, we're almost there. We got it. It's almost there. We're doing tests now, and the tests start, and it's like, no, this isn't going to work at all. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Atmosphere says they're getting ready to download you into the Matrix. That's true. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, why not? But we get to the fucking Black Mirror episode where when you die, you just fucking get sent to digital hell.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just hard to take Elon Musk seriously.
I get it.
Because, like, he's done this shit before. And, like, if that is what it's used for seizures and neuro issues, I'm all for it. That's great. But, like, I don't think anything's going to come of it. I really don't. And if something does, great. But I really don't think anything's going to come of it. But
what if... No. I think it's too early. That like the test is yes, up, down, left, right, whatever. Cool. Not a big
left,
deal.
Right.
Well, okay, up, down.
Pong.
Right. So you get Pong. You go up, down, and they have like eye tracking and stuff like that. But so I can't really go into like, yeah, what if you could call your friend through your brain chip? What if you could, your Google Assistant's just in your head, just going, it's time to wake up, and you're like, fuck, okay, I'm up,
They're implanting the chip into your head. Oh god, we went too far.
It's a new form of fucking.
It's like,
robotic.
Is it worth getting a chip? Like, that's literally the side effect if they fuck up. Like, if they fuck up putting the chip in, you're just like,
or dead.
Yeah. If it's for seizure issues, I get it, but we already have some technology.
If you're going to die anyway, why not?
We have some technology like that already for like deaf people, right? Like where
where
they implant
something back here, or
right?
whatever.
And it doesn't actually; it just tricks your brain into thinking you're hearing stuff. Like, so like we have like stuff like that, but like I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
It is interesting.
You just I get your.
Well, tell me why it's interesting then. Huh?
No, I get your skepticism for Elon Musk, because you're right. He hasn't really done anything other than Tesla in recent years.
And SpaceX is cool, but like I feel like other than bankrolling it, he has nothing to do with it.
Right. He just has really smart people.
Yeah, he just hires
really smart
astronauts.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's video games. A monkey played a video game with his brain. Everything's video games on the show. Next up, E3 will take place virtually June 12th to June 15th for free. Don't get that twisted. This comes from, I'm going to fuck his last name up. This comes from Dean Takahashi. I actually did.
I think that's it.
Takahashi. Yeah. It's Games Beat. Sure. Never heard of him. But here we go. They got the scoop. This time, E3 lives on, in digital form at least. The Entertainment Software Association confirmed today that the Electronic Entertainment Expo, E3, will take place in a virtual format this year from June 12th to June 15th. So mark your fucking calendars. I already have. The confirmed partners for E3 include Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, Take-Two Interactive, Warner Bros., and Koch Media. Or Koch Media.
Coke?
That's not how you spell Coke. That's not a comprehensive list, but there are some notable names that aren't there, like Electronic Arts, which has opted to be outside of the show in recent years, and Activision Blizzard, which has an on-again, off-again relationship with E3. And also, it's not in this list, but Sony as well. Sony's not going to be there either.
I feel like they didn't put that in there just because it's like that kind of goes without saying.
Well, I figure EA goes
EA
without
too, yeah.
saying. Yeah, like they've had a fucking thing, but they've been separate but equal for longer than Sony's been gone.
Yeah,
you know?
they're always like a day before E3.
The weird thing is Nintendo. Are they going to have a showcase?
I think they will, and they're going to show off Zelda 35.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, like usually they're separate, and they're at the end. They're like, "This okay? E3's over. Now it's the last day," and Nintendo's like, 8 a.m. All you gamers who stayed up real late watching E3, you have to get up way early and watch our Nintendo Treehouse. You know?
Yeah. But they're always part of it though. They're always part of E3. They're always on the show floor,
right.
and they're always on the E3 like Twitch channel when they do their presentation. So like,
right,
they're always part of it. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I don't.
This is the biggest fucking news of the whole year. E3 is the biggest thing in video games.
I don't know what it means though. You know?
What do you mean what it means? It means they're going to hold back all the trailers, and we're going to have a dry period of about a month of no fucking news.
Yeah.
And then for a week, half a week, it'll just be news constantly, and everybody's going to be fucking.
Do you think that's what it is? Do you think we're going to get like press conferences from all of these guys, or do you think it's going to be like, here's some demos online. This is E3. There you go.
No, like what they did last year with the IGN, whatever the fuck it was.
Right.
Where they're like, there's no E3 this year, so we're gonna do our own E3, and it's just like
the Jeff Keighley thing.
Go play games.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what it was. And I was like, okay, this is lame as shit. I think E3 kind of implicates that it's going to be discussions. It's going to be presentations. It's going to be speculations, and it's going to be like interviews. You know, I think all of that shit is going to happen. And also, of course, Devolver Digital killing it.
I hope we get one.
The fourth year in a row, probably.
Yeah, they even did one last year, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
Fucking Nina Struthers is kick ass.
But will we get the talk show? No. Fuck. What was that talk show?
Mean,
they brought it back in 2019, baby.
Live
the live
show. Yeah. Live. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But was that Twitch? That was Twitch though. Twitch did that. And it was right after the Devolver Digital press conference. In the first year, we're like, is this still the fucking presentation? Is this still going on? And then it went on for 5 hours with just bullshit. And it was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, good times. Yeah, I'm excited.
I hope we get all the goodies that we didn't get last year. I hope we get all the goodies that I hope E3 comes together and it's like, yes, the gaming community needs E3 and people need to fucking talk about video games. And they all need to come together as nerds and watch the shit together instead of like, here's a Nintendo Direct every 3 months. And
my only concern is what we talked about just a bit ago with like Deathloop being delayed is like everyone's games are being delayed, so it's like, what are you guys gonna talk about? You know,
right.
If these companies like don't have any finished games and they're like not ready to show up, I don't want them to like show off games that aren't ready. You know, and I feel like this might pressure them to show off games that aren't quite ready to be shown off yet. You know,
right? Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
a little concerned on that aspect.
It's probably going to happen. You know, like we're gonna get the Cyberpunk games where it's like it's coming out this year, and then it's like it's total shit.
Give me Metroid though, because I've been waiting for that chip for like what 4 years now. Like, come on.
It's been 800 days, more than 800 days since they last spoke of it, Nintendo, because they don't actually own it. They're trying to get the rights for it right now.
For Metroid?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. What the fuck are they doing on it?
Well,
nothing. They're not doing anything on it.
I know the problem was like they were making it and they didn't like it, so they completely restarted. So
yeah, that's, I don't know. I feel like that's just bad news bears. Let's rush on through this next one. Sony signs Netflix exclusivity deal for movies like Uncharted and Morbius. This comes from Liana Rupert at Game Informer. Sony has even bigger film plans on the horizon in the coming future, including gaming adaptations on the horizon with projects like the Uncharted movie. With so many major companies having their own streaming service or partnering up with those that do for exclusive rights, it looks like the company that gave us PlayStation is looking to hop in bed with Netflix for 2022. According to a Variety report, the Sony/Netflix partnership becomes official in 2022 with exclusive rights for the company's upcoming movies, and it's set to extend over an 18-month period. These films that will stream exclusively on Netflix include Morbius, Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse 2, and the prequel Uncharted film. So they're getting 3 films is what, they're going, Netflix, you can have 3 films. 18 months, dude. 18 months.
No. First of all, 18 months, that's like a year and a half, dog.
But they're still making
in 2020
the Uncharted movie. They're still making the Spider-Man movie. They're still making what was it, Morbius. Like, you think those movies are going to be done this year?
Well, it says for 2022, dog. This is next year.
Yeah, just edit that so that I sound smarter.
Yeah, no, I think this is kind of a big deal. These are just the movies that have been announced so far.
Right.
I think. And I think also this is a big FU to Disney with Spider-Man, because it's like you'll never have that full MCU chronologically on Disney Plus.
I hate that.
Fuck you, Disney.
Like,
I kind of like it. It kind of makes me happy.
It's fine because, like, fuck Disney, fuck corporations, but also, like, can't I just watch like all of my shit in one place without having to pay $13 for Netflix, $8 for Disney Plus? I have to fucking flip flop, It's like, oh, I want to watch Spider-Verse, but now I don't have it. I don't have Netflix right now. I got to cancel my Disney subscription, start up Netflix so I can watch this fucking movie, Yeah,
I mean, so it's way easier than it was previously, where it's like, I want to watch Spider-Man, I got to go to Blockbuster and rent it, I guess, for the same price it costs to get a full month of Netflix or whatever. So, yeah, I mean,
that's true.
It's better these days. I do think it's I think it's interesting. I said it again. I'm acknowledging it.
You should put a money jar.
Yeah.
Anytime you say interesting, just throw a quarter into it.
I'll put it on
see
a
how many
little
quarters
stand
you get.
right here. No.
That's
a great idea.
That's interesting. Like,
that's a great idea. That's an interesting.
Or maybe
idea.
I'll do it. I'll put it on my right here.
We need to find.
I'll just throw it on there.
We need to find what your vocal tick is, and we'll have one for your vocal tick.
Cool.
No, I it makes me wonder. Like, the reason I really put this on here, is because I want to know what you think the next like Sony movie is gonna be. Like, do you or as in Sony, I mean PlayStation. Like, do you think they're gonna make more PlayStation movies?
PlayStation movie.
Like, PlayStation properties.
Jack and Daxter, or Ratchet and Clank animated series.
Oh, and they just announced Ghost of Tsushima, right?
Yeah. That was They sure did.
Ratchet and Clank already has a movie.
I'm saying animated series, like TV
animated
show.
series. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know about movie.
I think like a Jack movie would be kind of cool. I don't know.
I can't think of a Dead Dark Souls, Demon Souls movie. That
Demon
would be
Souls
kinda
movie would
fucking weird.
that'd be
That'd be fucking weird.
Sony.
How would you even do that? Like, nobody talks in Demon Souls. You got to go up to like Windows and shit. Like, it's just a story of this guy who doesn't say a fucking word, going up to Windows, knocking on them, and going, "Oh, you shouldn't be here," you know. And you're like, "All right, cool, we'll move on."
I think an obvious one is God of War.
Yeah, but remember, God of War was supposed to do like a whole bunch of shit, and they never did.
What do you mean?
Like, they were supposed to have a comic book.
Just came out actually, I guess.
Did it really?
Yeah, I guess it did.
Oh shit. Well, you got to pick that shit up.
I think one that could be cool because, like I said, I think with video game movies, what can make the coolest movies are the ones with like the least amount of story, so then people can do whatever they want with it. Gran Turismo could make for a pretty cool movie, like just
like a Ford versus Ferrari sort of situation.
Yeah, like just a movie about a dude who wants to race or whatever. Something like that would be cool. Killzone,
like Need for Speed movie.
I think it's a good idea to like go into properties that they don't use anymore too, like Killzone.
Yeah.
Or
I was on that same note. I was thinking Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Horizon.
That'd be kind of interesting. I don't know how you would do that cheaply. With all the fucking CG.
Yeah, it would be expensive. Same with God of War. I don't think you could do that cheaply either. Last Guardian. I don't know how you'd make that a movie, but I think you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm looking at all of their
exclusives.
All their exclusives right now. We've got Gravity Rush.
But what if they sign this deal and they get some money, right? But what if they never make a movie during these 18-month period? They're just like, yeah, we signed this. We're releasing these movies that we already have, but that's it. We're done making anything else.
Well, Sony makes a lot of movies, you know.
Sony, but not PlayStation.
Well, the deal is with Sony, not PlayStation.
Oh, it's with Sony. Well, you asked me about PlayStation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sony makes, it'll be something stupid like a bad Inside Out or something like that, you know?
Yeah, like their version of.
Yeah.
What about an Until Dawn movie? I feel like that would work really well.
I think Until Dawn, it gets a lot of its shit from being a video game, being a choose your own adventure video game.
But I think it also, it's so based off of movies, you know, like the whole thing is like, this is Jason, this is Freddy, like this.
Right, but then you're just making a bad, scary movie. You know, you're just making
But like, just give like some up and coming director like $20 million.
Just do that. Yeah, okay.
For a movie though, that's pretty cheap. Like that's a pretty low budget for a movie.
And you're like, hey, make Tusk, and they're like, okay, I'll make Tusk.
Like here's 20 mil, and just like make a movie about Until Dawn. Do it however you want. You know, like I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
See, I wish that was the case, and more studios were like, yeah, just do it. I don't care what it is, just do it.
It happens.
Stay out of your way. I'm sure it happens, but not for the big movie studios.
Atmosphere says Dark Souls would be cool. It'd have to be Demon Souls.
Or Bloodborne.
Yeah, Bloodborne would be really cool too. I also think Medieval would be really cool too. Medieval.
Medieval.
Little skeleton head guy.
Skeleton head guy, yeah.
Yeah.
He rolls his head. I don't even know how that would work.
Yeah, well, I think it'd have to be animated. But
it would definitely have to be animated.
But if you made it live action, that'd be kind of interesting. I'm into it.
Yeah. Speaking of blockbusters, Sony's obsession with blockbusters stirring unrest within the PlayStation empire. A small team had big ambitions for a Last of Us remake, but Sony handed the work to the Star Studio Naughty Dog. Did they really? This is the first time hearing about this. What the fuck?
Nick takes his
Jason-
job seriously here.
Yeah, this comes from Jason Schreier at Bloomberg. Sony Corp's Visual Arts Service Group has long been the unsung hero of many hit PlayStation video games. The San Diego-based operation helps finish off games designed at other Sony-owned studios with animation, art, and other content and development. But about 3 years ago, a handful of influential figures within the Visual Arts Service Group decided they wanted to have more creative control and a lead game direction rather than being supporting actors on popular titles such as Spider-Man and Uncharted. Michael Mumbauer, who took over direction of the Visual Arts Service Group in 2007, recruited a group of about 30 developers internally and from neighboring game studios to form a new development unit within Sony. The idea was to expand upon some of the company's most successful franchises, and the team began working on a remake of the 2013 hit Last of Us for the PlayStation 5. But Sony never fully acknowledged the team's existence or gave them the funding and support needed to succeed in the highly competitive video game market, according to people involved. The studio never even got its own name. Instead, Sony moved ownership of the Last of Us remake to its original creator, Naughty Dog, a Sony-owned studio behind many of the company's best-selling games and an HBO television series in development. That's fucked, dude.
It's really interesting. I put the money in the jar. Yeah, I'm fascinated by it, because it's interesting.
In the jar. There you go.
This team.
Yeah.
It seems like they were the ones that were pushing for that Last of Us remake. They're like, we want to do this.
Mm-hmm. We're taking it upon ourselves to do this.
It almost is like, we want to take The Last of Us and actually kind of maybe change it a little bit and fix it up and spruce it up and kind of put our own spin on it. And then Sony's like, no. Just let Naughty Dog do it. You guys can go work at Naughty Dog with Naughty Dog.
Which is fucking weird, because why the fuck would they have Naughty Dog remake their own fucking game?
Well, they did it before.
In what?
The Last of Us remake.
Last of Us remastered?
Yeah.
But that's just a remaster. They just glossed over it with high quality. You take a art team and go do that. But completely remaking a game, I don't know if they're doing it from the ground up or whatever, but it's like, okay, so one, why the fuck are they remaking The Last of Us? Two, why the fuck isn't Blue Point doing it? And three, what the fuck is Naughty Dog gonna do? Naughty Dog split into two teams, remember?
They could be split into however many teams,
Right, but the head of, I remember reporting on this, the head of Naughty Dog took half of him and then made another head, and they took half of them. So now there's two major teams,
and they've done that before, specifically with Uncharted 3 and The Last of Us. It was split into two teams,
right? Right. So what I'm thinking is one of those teams is fucking working
on a new IP, yeah,
new thing, whether it be Uncharted 5 or something new.
It's probably a new thing, yeah.
Unknown, but why? Just why? Just a bunch of why?
I think, yeah, I don't understand why they'd even remake The Last of Us. There's so many, even Naughty Dog games that can be remastered first, such as the Jak and Daxter games. Remake those first. Do that before The Last of Us. Last of Us still holds up really well, and you can already play it on the PS5. Unlike Jack and Daxter.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
And it's already been remastered. So it already looks fine.
It looks fine.
And it plays fine.
Granted, the game is 7 years old?
Yeah. It's not even 10
it's-
years old, though.
It's 7 years old. But a 7-year-old game isn't an old game. A 15-year-old game is an old game, you know? Remake Metal Gear Solid. Remake literally anything else. Why are we wasting resources making a game that came out 7 years ago and got a remaster and is on the current gen currently? I don't get it. I don't.
And that's why it made sense for the Uncharted collection to be remade, because it's like, I can't play these games on my PS4. There's no way for me to. So it's like, okay, we'll have a different team remake them. And also, the first Uncharted was like very dated anyway, so it needed to be updated. But like Last of Us doesn't, and it's already been remastered.
Right. So what the best thing to do for The Last of Us, if you're going to follow in your own fucking footsteps, is wait till The Last of Us 3 comes out and then release a Last of Us collection.
I don't think they're making a Last of Us 3. I really don't think so.
They fucking better.
Why?
Because it's such a good world.
I'd like to see them move on to something new, personally.
But it's such a good world to move on to. Like, give it to somebody else, though. Like, it doesn't have to be Naughty Dog. But like,
I don't think anyone else should touch it besides Neil Druckmann, because I feel like that's his story. You know, like that's his thing.
Right.
So like, I think they just leave it alone. I don't even think they should have made the second one. As much as I like the second one, I just don't think they should have done it. But I'd like to see a space game from Naughty Dog, personally. I think that'd be cool. Have them up in space. But yeah, I kind of understand. I don't know, man, because with The Last of Us remaster, they did that in house. Like, they didn't have a different company come in and do it, and Neil Druckmann came out and said specifically that they did that so they could learn the PS4 and its limitations and do it with a property that they already understand and a game they already understand. So that could be why they're taking The Last of Us and they're like, we'll put on the B team so they can kind of play with the PS5, and in tandem they can work with and speak with the guys making the new IP. So it's like there's
Last of Us is just going to be that fucking game every generation we get a new one of, just to test the limits of the new fucking hardware.
PS6 will get, Last of Us 2 remastered or whatever.
That's so strange. It's such a strange thing.
I get it on that front. As far as Bluepoint, I mean, Sony doesn't own Bluepoint, so
weren't they in talks? I feel like we talked about.
Well, we just keep saying they should acquire them because they redid Uncharted Collection and Demon's Souls. But technically they're not owned by
but they're so good. They're so good at what they do.
Yeah, because I think they also did Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So they've worked with Sony a bunch. It's just
this is part 2 of that same story. This fixation on teams that churn out hits is creating unrest across Sony's portfolio of game studios. Oregon-based Sony Bend, best known for the 2019 open-world action game Days Gone, tried unsuccessfully to pitch a sequel that year. According to people familiar with the proposal, although the first game had been profitable, its development had been lengthy and critical reception was mixed. So a Days Gone 2 wasn't seen as a viable option. Instead, one team at the studio was assigned to help Naughty Dog with a multiplayer game.
We already know about that game, though. Like, they just haven't. We know about factions. Like,
well, a second group was assigned to work on the new Uncharted game with supervision from Naughty Dog. Some staff, including top leads, were unhappy with this arrangement and left. Ben's developers feared they might have absorbed into Naughty Dog, and the studio's leadership asked to be taken off the Uncharted project. They got their wish last month and are now working on a new game of their own that will be part of a brand new franchise. I didn't know about that either.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense that Sony Bend would make an Uncharted game, considering they made Golden Abyss.
Right.
Yeah, they're the studio that made Uncharted Golden Abyss. Yeah. So it makes sense that they would make that. There's a few things here that I want to touch on, if you don't mind.
No, go for it.
Is that COVID shot hitting in?
It seems to be. I'm a little sleepy.
Getting sleepy over there, a little sleepy boy.
Sleepy boy.
We're almost done, baby. We're almost done.
No, this is the last thing. Don't worry, I'm here.
Yeah, a few things I want to hit on real quickly. First thing, interesting that. So I'm confused with this Uncharted project because like it makes sense that Sony Bend would work on the next Uncharted game, but like if they're not working on the next Uncharted game, does that mean Naughty Dog is making another Uncharted game, or is that just completely bumped
they just
now?
get rid of it. Yeah,
because I know Neil specifically said like, yeah, we're not doing Uncharted anymore. Like we're done with that. And he said like, you know, if Sony wants to do more Uncharted, it's just not going to be at Naughty Dog.
Right.
So does that just mean Uncharted is done, or is it back at Naughty Dog, or is it a different team working on it now?
I think maybe what Neil Druckmann was saying was, yeah, we're not touching that game right now. Some other team is going to be working on it. Right. And this was before they went, can we do something other than Uncharted, please? And Sony's like, yeah, fine, fucking go wherever you want. And then they're like, you need to finish this, Naughty Dog. So it makes Neil look like he's lied. Probably. I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. And Neil is like the president of Naughty Dog now. So like, it's not like he's just like the writer saying things and then like the heads told him not to, because he is the head, you know, like he's the guy in charge. And, you know, I think if Sony's going to respect any studio and any head of any studio, it's going to be Neil Druckmann at Naughty Dog, right? Because they don't want to lose him just for namesake and, you know, just for Naughty Dog as a whole.
Right.
So I have no idea what's going on with Uncharted. As far as like, I don't know. I feel like I feel like Jason Schreier is like on some sort of weird vendetta here, though, because I will say it's just sort of weird the way he's laying it out here. That it's like even the title, Sony's obsession with blockbusters is stirring unrest within PlayStation Empire. It's like, what do you mean, dude? Like, because the next game that's coming out is Returnal, which is like not this huge blockbuster game, and like one of the big launch titles was Demon's Souls. Like that's not like this huge blockbuster game. It's like it's a more niche game that they're, you know. So like I don't even know what that means. And then like Astrobot and what else?
Bug Snacks.
You know,
that was a Sony exclusive. Well,
Sackboy's Big Adventure, like these. So like I don't quite understand what he's talking about. Like they have the big blockbusters, but
but he's a fucking sellout, not a sellout. He has to make the title seem so much more. This is just the news now. You have to be interesting.
Well,
like
I get
this
that,
is like. This is just business as usual, I think. It's just, you know, people are moving around. People are shifting. We don't really want you working over here. We're going to put you over here. We think you're better in this area than this area. So you're going to start the game, and then you're going to work on something else. And then this other team's going to come in and finish it off. Because even with the story above, with, I forget what they're called.
Sony Bend?
Not Sony Bend. The man, what the fuck?
They didn't have a name. That was the whole thing.
Right, they didn't have a name, but it was Sony Corporation's Visual Arts Service Group. It's like we don't know about these guys, but they're there and they finish off games. They put the polish on. It's like, yeah, we don't. It's all just behind the scenes. It's like, well, you have the game now. Now you have the game. We're just gonna slap whoever we want to on the title.
Well, it's just like Japan Studio, right? Where like Japan Studio worked on everything, and now they just closed Japan Studio or whatever. So I don't know if like, I don't, because this article was the biggest news of last week easily. Like this article was massive, but like I don't know if like Jason Schreier has like friends at Sony Bend or at Japan Studio. It just seems like he's like just pissed that they're not getting what they want, and it's like this is all just like conjecture here, but like Sony, as far as Sony Bend, I feel like Sony's being pretty fucking charitable to them.
Yeah, seriously.
Because like Days Gone, they're like, yeah, go do what you want, and like they let them make this big game and like gave them a huge opportunity with Days Gone, and it just didn't deliver. And then they're like, well, what some studios like Activision or whatever would have done is like, okay, you fucked up, you're closed, But what Sony did was like, you could work on Uncharted. And then they're like, I don't want to work on Uncharted. Okay, work on something else. But not Days Gone.
Yeah, work on something.
I feel like that's pretty charitable on Sony's part, Yeah.
Days Gone's a cult classic at best. So work on something else and maybe you'll hit gold with the next thing, Yeah.
So I don't really quite understand that part of it. The whole Last of Us thing is interesting. For sure, because I have no idea what's going on there. And it does seem like Naughty Dog is just sort of absorbing all of Sony in a weird way. Like they're just I
don't think they have anything to do with Returnal or
no.
Bugsnax or Spider-Man or anything like that.
I think they do have something to do with Spider-Man though, because I feel like they share engines.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they could, but I don't think they have any say in any of those other studios, though.
All I'm saying though is, if in 10 years, I would not be surprised if Neil Druckmann was the president of PlayStation.
Of Sony.
PlayStation, not Sony.
Oh yeah, not Sony. Yes, of PlayStation, the lesser of the two. Yes.
Yeah, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
He's just like the poster boy of PlayStation.
He's the poster boy of Naughty Dog.
It's just so weird.
The poster boy of PlayStation left like last year or 2 years ago.
Who's that?
Yeah. The guy who would always go up on stage and...
Oh, Shuhei?
Not Shuhei. He's the indie guy.
Shuhei's still there?
Yeah, he's the indie guy.
Yeah.
The guy who would get on stage, the American guy. Oh, I forget his name.
Peter Molyneux?
No. What? No. What? No. What? PlayStation president.
Or not Peter Molyneux. What was the dude who made Knack?
Yeah, not him.
The dude who made Knack. Mark Cerny. That was his name. I don't know why I said Peter Molyneux. Peter Molyneux is the dude who made Fez.
Yeah, all those other things. Man, I don't remember his name. He would always come out during E3 and be like, "This is video games," and he was super cool. He was like the equivalent to Xbox's guy. I can't remember his name now.
Phil Spencer?
It's fucking... Yes. Man. This COVID shot, man. It's got my brain all fucked up. Yeah, anyway. I don't know what that was a fucking tangent. What to look forward to next week? Do you have anything to look forward to next week, my guy?
Not this week. Next week we've got some stuff, but this week, not. Yeah.
Yeah, this week, nothing.
There's
Nothing.
there's nothing. I looked. There's nothing.
Nothing.
No games. Nothing.
Recently reviewed on Open Critic, we got Oddworld. This one's interesting for you, I guess. Oh, nice. You caught that. Oddworld, it got a 73 out of 21 critic reviews.
It's only 21 critics. I feel like that would be a game that you have to like that kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a weird one. So
yeah, I feel like that game is like one of those old school like flash games where you just try to get as many chickens across the road without being slaughtered or whatever.
Yeah, it's a weird like 2.5D game. You know, some people just aren't into that. So
yeah. And then Outriders, I think I covered this last time. It actually went up in score. It's got a 75 out of 80 critic reviews now. So it's going up. I don't know why. I hear that game is still trash. It's still ass. And but it seems to have like a cult following to it. So I don't know. It's weird. I'm going to keep an eye on it, even though I'm not really interested in playing that game ever. But I find it interesting that the release of it. Yes, of course. You have a question for us, my guy?
yeah. Do you guys think that Nintendo will celebrate Zelda's 35th anniversary? And if they do, what would you like to see for Zelda's 35th anniversary?
Zelda's turning 35 this year. That sexy green capped
Boy.
boy.
Can you believe it? Zelda's a boy.
Yeah, Zelda's a boy and stole Luigi's clothes. What if Zelda is Luigi, but in a different timeline?
Zelda is Luigi.
Yeah, Zelda is Luigi. All right. Don't forget to check out our other shows.
I think he's just Wario, or he's just Waluigi in Luigi's clothes.
You're right.
And when he sings, you hear it, you know, when he swings the sword, he goes, wah!
Wah!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and he breaks all the pots. He's a criminal. We should arrest him. Fucking Zelda. Other Loner Cast. Oh yeah, watch our other Loner Cast shows. We got the Jake and Corey podcast every Monday. We got a new shit spoiler cast for Falcon Winter Soldier every Wednesday. That's a fun fucking show. I really enjoy that show. Always watch this show. Nobody really does, but watch it. It's live. It's on twitch.tv/thelonercast. Check that shit out every Monday at 3:30. We try to do that. And then follow us on Twitter. Jake is at emergencypizza_, and I am at fatals_microwave. That's it, folks.